Yeah.
Trying to fish the road. Never know we might catch some minnows.
Right, fishing in the road. All flooded out. Hey y'all, Big Bub here from Big Bub Outdoors. As y'all seen down there on the bank fishing in the road, yes, and I said in the road, down here at Wabashiki is one and over FatBoy Dan down there. Buddy of his is getting ready to go off to the Army today. It's going to be his last day fishing. So it's my first day fishing for this year. It's his last day until he's done with boot camp. FatBoy Dan is out here. He's fishing in the road where it's flooded, trying to catch some bait. I got some real nasty old chicken liver, some good old night crawlers, and then you know, of course, I'm rocking my Big Bub rods that I make right here. Trying out the new Pro Cat for the first time. One of the rods when I very first started making them. Bam, Big Bub. And then I got just my old rod that my grandpa bought me probably 15 years ago. So I'm still cruising with it. Old tackle box and stuff. I'm literally sitting on an island here. As you can see, this is the normal lake, and there's a car way over there. The road goes all the way around this way, and then there's the boat ramp. And here's the road. All right, and it goes this way, and this is all flooded out. We're down here at Wabashiki. I got my bait runners on, so I'm not too concerned. Spools are all open, and bait runners are all on, so they won't go and jump in the water. We're gonna come down here. We'll do a little talking this evening. Me and Dan will. We're gonna do some sinkers and talking about some of the rods that I make and the quality of them. But I want to come down here and I want to show y'all what Dan's got in his hand. I'm gonna hit him up and get one for myself. Been trying to order one for a few days and I can't get one because they're all sold out. Believe me, I've done looked. But I'm gonna steal this out of Dan's hand for a minute. And I want y'all to see this. All right, Dan's got a BFS.
Bank Fishing Systems.
Yep, Bank Fishing Systems.
Gotta get that in.
SW50. Okay. Now, what he has paired this on, all aluminum reel seat, very nice. Check this out. All steel guides. Gotta have those for these big cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
Gotta have them. Beautiful, beautiful. You know, it's nothing elaborate like, you know, what I do. I do a lot of marbling. Maybe I get a little too much in it, but the simple, the white with the green offsets, the white tip, man. And
white tip's good to see at night.
It's real good at night.
Even
and
night.
you know, so it's called the flathead rod. All right. And the grip on this thing is just, you know, freaking amazing. It ain't that what is that foam? What's that foam called on regular pod?
On regular ones, the EVA foam.
Yeah, the
EVA foam.
The EVA foam. This ain't that. This is like a rubberized. It got like a gnarled grip. That's a mechanic thing. It's like on a on ratchet. It's all gnarled and stuff. It's got, I mean, it's like on a ratchet, you know. I mean, I'm pulling on this thing, and I like and it's wet. It is raining out here, and dude, I'm telling you, it doesn't slip, nothing. It's real light in the hand, man. It just feels like it's got a lot of power to it, and the design is just amazing to it. And I'm gonna show y'all what this is. Bam, the Muddy River catfishing rod right there, dude. Look at that Muddy River rod. FatBoy Dan's got one of these. I've been trying to get one. I go to his website and it sends me to another site. The guy that actually sells them for him. Here you go, Dan.
All right, we're gonna bait it up.
The guy that actually sells them for him is on another site, and that's where they got their catfishing bobbers and his stink bait and all that. And I went over there to it, and I think they're sold out because it shows the picture of the rod, but it won't let me click on it. So I think they're sold out because I can click on the rest of the pictures, and it got a bite.
Fish jump.
Oh, but on the rest of the pictures, it'll actually go to it and show me the prices on them and whatnot. I've been, like I said, I make my own custom catfish rods here local, and maybe one day, you know. Oh, look at that, look at that.
Snag.
You got a snag?
Fight until it goes. Yeah, that's
Oh, he's snagged up now.
Oh, I thought I had it, man. They're slack lines.
Man, just give out a nice little bend for it real quick. I'll show y'all another rod he's got. Look at the bend in that. That bend in that rod. I mean, I know he's snagged up, but the bend in that, man, it's not just in the tip. I mean, this thing runs down that backbone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eyes before it levels out. And
I still got a good little curve right there.
Yeah, well, I know you can feel it here, but this is when it, I mean, it goes 7 eyes before it hits the real strong backbone. You know, it ain't all just up there in a soft tip. I mean, this thing is nice. And this here is tangling with catfish, ain't it, Dan?
Yep, tangling with catfish. Bam, get that snag out of there.
Yeah, what's supposed to pull that snag
Tangling
out?
with catfish, but a monster rod. That's Steve Douglas.
That's a Steve Douglas catfish dude. That's a Steve Douglas rod. Dan's over here. He's trying to. Oh, hang on. Let me move up. I've had too many sinkers come back when you do that stuff and crack you. So I'm gonna step out the way for a minute.
And we saved it.
And but yeah, man, I think those are the only 2 of his new ones he brought.
Look at that.
He's got a
Look at that.
he's got a rail splitter at home from the Mud Bums.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm going to do a little bit on theirs too. I'm not trying to compare myself to the Mud Bums or any of that on my rods, by no means. These rods are amazing, and I hope one day that I can make a quality rod that, I mean,
I've seen the rods. You do make pretty good quality right now. You know, you're just starting out. I mean, I've seen the rod. I had the rod in my hands, and I'm like, wow, you can, you know, a few tips, and here, you know, as you're still learning, and you'll be right up there with them. You know, it took years to develop these poles, and development. And you're just starting out.
Yeah, and the thing about these poles is these are premium quality, and I'm pretty sure they're manufactured in a company, not in somebody's, you know, in my little spare room on my own little rod turner and hand turning everything. So the rods that I'm putting out are
still doing,
you know, I'm still doing everything by hand. Maybe one day I'll get it with a company. I hope one day I can. Yeah, but I'm gonna try and push some rods around here. Yeah. But man, these guys have given me so many ideas.
Yeah, I'm
gonna show you another one that's really kind of like a pride and joy of Dan and his boys.
That's all my boys.
It's all, well, it's still kind of your pride and joy too, though. I mean, yeah, I know he fishes with it, but
you know what? But that is what made.
But it kind of made the trip that they went down there the greatest trip they ever did down there to Captain Mad Jack's, right? Captain Mad Jack's. Which I'm going to try and hit that this year. Dan thinks it's on the same date as.
Same day as the Indiana Captain Association.
The one in Bloomington, Indiana. And I'm told a buddy of mine I'd go with him to that. So I don't know if I'm going to make Mad Jacks this year or not. But I'm going to show you kind of like their pride and joy. And
it is.
You know, this is just an old beat up. I mean, literally, it's beat up. Got great eyes on it. Great, amazing eyes. Yeah. But you can see it's scarred up. There's yellowing on the epoxies. You know, it's not a new rod. The epoxy's starting to crack here. You know. But great guides going all the way down. Extreme series, a little bit of blue. Boom, tangling with catfish. Yes, I know, I just showed you a tangling with catfish rod, but why is this one special? Well, I showed you a Steve Douglas series. Well, what I'm going to show you now is an actual, bam!
Yeah.
Steve's rod right there. Signed it and gave it to Dan's son Hunter.
Yeah,
and it is not that it is being set up, you know, like most people. Oh man, they came from him. They would set it up, you know, it's a trophy and put it up there on a wall. Look at the cork. No, look. I mean, look at the cork and stuff. Yeah. It's swollen. I mean, it's swollen, man.
But look, that's still his catfish.
Yeah, that's still all his skipjack stuff. Juice and everything still on this rod.
Yeah, that's what he called it.
Cork's all freaking swollen and stuff from where it's had its wear and tear.
Yep.
It's still being used. It's not being hung on a wall.
No.
Man, it's actually it's Steve Douglas's rod, man. It's the catfish dude, the dude that, you know.
And then
you hear about you know catfishing on YouTube, you know, Muddy River, Cats and Carps,
yep,
and of course Steve Douglas, the catfish dude. Those are the three major names that you hear when it comes to big catfishing. And then the next name you hear is, of course, bam, FatBoy Dan.
Oh, man. Oh, my bad.
You know, Dan quit for a long time, which, you know, a lot of people asked him to come back, so Dan came back. Dan got me into it a long time ago. I'm actually in one of Dan's videos.
That's because the world
way back in the day, before I even started shooting mine, and the game warden wanted to call me Big Buffalo Droop.
Oh yeah.
Way before that even.
Big Buffalo Droop.
He called me the catfish slinger. He hooked up with me about 3 or 4 different videos. I was just a bank fisherman guy, and he'd pull his boat over and sit and chill with us. We'd drink a beer.
Oh, we did, man.
Yeah, there's 3 videos. Yeah, there's 3 videos of that. You don't even remember that shit. It's a long time ago. Yeah. We sit, drink a beer around the fire, and
you already had the fish on the stringer.
Yeah, I already had the fish on the stringer.
Yeah.
We fried up the catfish right there because I was camping. Yeah. We done 3 videos that way before I even started mine, and I got talking to him, and he helped me get my page started. We tried to do a little squabble, I guess you'd call it, back in the day. Me and Dan had talked about it, and I guess maybe because I didn't have enough followers, whatnot, but the YouTube pretty much shut me down because my video was harsh. And what it was is it was a hardcore I'm better than you, he's better than me type of challenge. And it was just fun. We'd worked it all out like a week before, and I had to do an apology video just so that YouTube would let me come back.
Not to me, I mean.
Yeah, well, that's what it was for.
YouTube world can be brutal.
It is, and I had to apologize to all y'all, the YouTube viewers, because you know, I like I said, I made a comment. I'm gonna be bigger than FatBoy Dan. You know what? It was just to try and get him riled up, and he never got to respond because it got shut down so fast. Because we was going to do an actual tournament out there at Merrim, and this year we might actually do some kind of little fish off, you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just something fun, like right here in our own little backyard in the Wabashiki wetlands or something, you know. Me and him, and bring our kids, you know, just kind of like what Muddy River and Cats and Carp did. You know, they did 4 hours on a boat. Well, Dan's got a boat, but I don't. So, well, I mean, so we'd have to bank fish, or I'm gonna have to tug in the boat with Dan, and we just see who does better that night.
Fish from the bank, no.
Yeah, I can fish from the bank. He can go on a boat. That's cool beans too.
We fish from bank. We fish from bank.
But yeah, man, we're just out here just kind of kicking it and messing around. I haven't shot a fishing video in over a year now.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm just kind of giving y'all what's going on, but I just can't.
Into it.
Yeah, that's right. Getting back into the groove here. You know, I was doing all my hunting and stuff. Got a few videos with you hunting, but yeah, man, I'm just. Monster rods, man. Steve Douglas and his monster rod holders. Another Steve Douglas rod, man, like I said. And then, you know, I want to back here and show you Muddy River again. I want to show you this white, got a little bubble in it. This bright, just like I said, it's just like a plain black rod with these white, but this little green, just like hardcore set this rod off, man. I mean, just bam, hardcore. And it's super light. I don't know what kind of glass it's made out of.
You say you got liver down there?
Huh?
Chicken liver?
Yeah, it does some stank chicken liver down there.
Liver.
Yeah, it's been in the refrigerator like 3 months, and I forgot about it. Yeah. So I just cracked it open, and it's pretty nasty.
I got some. This has got some different type of fish with some.
But
we got a cast net too. You can break out later.
Yeah, I'll bust out the cast net.
I'm not no good with cast.
Well, I'll teach you how to throw it.
Hey, yeah, I can learn. I can definitely learn.
But
I can throw, but I can throw a cast net, but I can't.
I mean, that rod is just killer. Like I said, I don't know what kind of glass it is, and or it might not even be glass, because it could be a hybrid. There's so many different types. It's not even funny. When I started making rods 3 years ago, I didn't think that I would know as much as I do, and when you learn more about rods, it really makes you. No, he's just reeling up and setting down, but it really makes you sit and look at the rods that you buy from the stores, man. Like, paying all this money and you look at it, man, this ain't that high of a quality. And you know, oh, I know, man, that's some pretty bad stuff. I know you're gonna catch. I got some lot of it out there. I can smell that, dude. The wind picked up. I can smell that all the way over here. Look, he's down there and the wind's blowing here, dude. I can smell that. I've been smelling something bad in my refrigerator for like a week, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I forgot to check my fishing drawer because I got night crawlers and everything down there. And I buy that because I make salted liver. It doesn't stink, it doesn't rot. It dries it out and makes it real tough on the hook. And I bought that to do that this year because I got a lot of buddies that like it and they pay me for it. And I forgot to do it, so it's been sitting in the refrigerator for like 3 months, and it is pretty nasty. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. I mean, it's whew. I can smell that, dude. That you better, yeah. I was gonna say you better have a towel on you because I had to use pliers, so I didn't.
That's
keep
what it's all about, right there. Look.
Yeah.
Blackish, greenish, reddish, brownish.
It's got a little everything done it, Dan.
Yeah, from medium rare to well done, and we do mean well done, okay? And I can taste. The wind's blowing out.
It makes you can taste it. It's like,
yeah. But we take this to creeks and stuff, and we catch.
Oh no, man, and that's awesome stuff right there. But yeah, I mean, I know I'm kind of.
You live or you recording?
I'm just recording. I'm not running live. I ain't figured out how to do YouTube live yet.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
I'm not gonna fish the farm.
I'm just babbling on, you know. It's whoo, god damn it, Dan.
It's on my face.
Dude, you just soaked me with that liver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be downwind of it.
Woo.
Woo. I felt it come off.
Look at this. The grasshopper.
Hit from the water.
Out here in flooded.
Wabashiki. Hey, but you know what?
Out here, Wabashiki, and he's out here in a bouncer. Yeah, the grasshopper. I should have kicked this on you going through the mud hole and when you's on 3 wheels going around the corner and shit. But no, I know I'm kind of rambling on. It's my first fishing video back of the year, and I'm kind of having fun at it. You know, I've been stuck in the house, and y'all got to see my sinker videos. The first day it was warm, and it is not warm today. It is a crappy day. It is cold. It is 40 degrees. Yeah. It is windy as heck, and it is off and on raining, and the skies are crap. So, but Mike down there. Say hi, Mike.
Big country.
Oh yeah, old big country.
That's what I call him, big country.
Okay, Dan calls him old big country. Old big country down here is gonna go serve our country. So we're gonna take him fishing. When Big Country comes back, he's gonna have a custom fishing rod for him. And it's gonna have his unit and everything on it, because this man here is gonna go and fight. So people like me, you, FatBoy Dan, and little Hunter down there have got the right to come here and do this fishing every day when we want to.
Yeah.
It's men like him. He's 19 and already knows what he wants to do with his life. He's not like a lot of these little. Well, see, there you go. 10 years old. The man's made up his mind when he's 10 years old he was gonna go serve.
Yep.
I mean, you hear all this protesting online, no guns and no this and no that, and you know, I need a safe place to go. And this new generation, I mean, they could take a little note from him right there. He's right in their age group, and you know, back in the day, it wasn't no different for kids his age to be over a war, fighting, and they just want to be a bunch of little. Yeah, well, we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna have a fun day.
Yeah, we are.
And I still can't get over the old muddy river. I'm gonna have to hit Chris up and tag him in this.
Yeah.
And show him that FatBoy Dan is actually using the Muddy River rod, and Steve Douglas over there.
Yeah, he's over there.
I think we're gonna have to make us a rod together, Dan, called the FatBoy Dan rod, and send it down there to Luke with Cats and Carps, and let Luke put it through hell.
Yeah.
Because have you watched his stuff, man? Luke.
He's got very informational videos.
He does. Luke. I'm actually using an egg loop knot on my fishing hook to keep my chicken liver on, and I learned that from catsandcarps.com. Y'all need to go check him out. You know, Cats and Carps, man, he's very informational on stuff, not just on regular fishing. You know, I mean, he's got all kinds of knots and everything. I'm gonna do a video, and
not a condom. Chicken liver. I got this.
Oh, you got a thing for chicken liver? Dan's got a
big Vicks right there. You put chicken liver in it?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, tell you not put chicken liver.
Tell you not in there. Yeah, old school.
I forgot about that.
And not quite too old school, because real old school's pantyhose.
Yeah, you're right.
You know.
You're right.
Which I run out. Look
Right.
at some of these down here. Bam.
We're gonna make some of these later. That's
yeah.
No way. I got 5s. We got the 5s, 3, 4s, and 5s, and you got some modes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take some of these great big ones. We're gonna take some of these big ones tonight, like this.
Big ones.
And I'm gonna take a 2x4 of Dan's. I'm gonna draw it out, and I'm gonna show him a redneck way to make these, so he doesn't have to spend $40 on a mold to make this.
You're right.
Okay, I've got molds. I think I brought 5 with me down there. They're sitting at Dan's house in my van.
Yeah.
And
because when we're done fishing, we're gonna make.
After we're done fishing, we're gonna do.
You grab wood.
Yeah, actually, I got a big log that I picked up on the side of the road too. You can split.
Hey, is your van unlocked?
Yeah.
Because before I can't call him. Never mind, my phone's. I could have called there and told him thunder firewood burn around.
Yeah, because there's split wood in there, and then there's a great big log in there.
All right, awesome.
I think I brought 1 piece of split and like 2 little logs that are like 8 inches around, maybe 10 inches around, and then we seen this real awesome fresh cut white oak on the side of the road.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, we got stopped. And I turned around. I know that sounds funny, but I did. I turned my van around, had my wife jump out and grab it. And
yeah, you know, you can't go wrong grabbing wood anytime we need it.
But I got molds for big spoons and stuff. I'm gonna show him how to make spoons, but I'm gonna teach him to make his own mold for this.
Yeah, 'cause I don't have no 8s.
Because he don't have anything for 8s. I've got an 8. I don't have any of these. I'm getting ready to buy some cannonball mold next.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Because I ain't figured out quite how to.
Bumping.
Yeah, I ain't quite figured out how to make a homemade mold for a cannonball yet.
Got you. Think about it. How do you do it right there? Like you said, the wood, right? Take the wood, just drill it out, take a little Dremel and make a round into a piece of wood.
Yeah, but the problem about that is.
And then once you pour it in there, set the metal.
Yeah, that's actually a lot harder than you think, setting that down in there in that hot lead. It dries a lot faster than you think it does. You'll learn that tonight. Real quick.
I'm not a.
Because Dan's never really made sinkers before. And I've upgraded, so we get to do this in the garage with no fire. We're gonna fire up a wood burner so we stay warm, but I got my Lee pot and all my stuff. I think my video is getting a little lengthy. Yeah, we're at 23 minutes, the longest video I've made in for years.
Hey, that gives them a whole half hour to watch.
Right?
Hey, yeah, we can't forget about the net.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to do a little bit on here. I'll let Dan video it and put it on his thing, how to throw a throw net. I'm gonna teach Dan today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. We're gonna grab the net here in a minute, and we're gonna do some.
I can throw a cast net, but I can't throw it perfect every time.
He can't. He doesn't know how to quite do it. And I'm gonna show him the quick, easy, and guarantee open even in the wind. All right, so.
You better not get stuck.
Old Big Country over here is taking stuff out of his truck because he's gonna go play in the mud. Ain't catching no fish. He said, hell with it. We just gonna go mud it out before I get yelled at every day by the time I open my eyes. So this is Big Bub from Big Bub Outdoors, and I know it ain't his channel, but I'm gonna go ahead and kick it over to FatBoy Dan and let him give it his sign off.
I'm FatBoy Dan. FatBoy Dan's Great Outdoors. Y'all live to fish, fish to live, because I know me and Big Bub, my son, And Michael back there, we live in the fish today. And we got my Patty Dean rain gear on, like Patty Dean Bear. You know, I don't have the hat right now with it, but we did this because it was raining. So we prepared, otherwise not. Bam, I can break out. I think we had matching sweaters earlier, man.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I took it off. I guess I know you signed off, but I guess here,
right
hold
there.
that, and I'll show them why I took it off.
Yeah.
I started making all these rods, and my rod supplier sent me something.
Yeah.
Asked me what I wanted to say, and he sent this to me for free. So
look at that. Hold on. Bam. Stay right there. Let me get that. That is Big Buzz catfishing rods. Here, kitty. 812-239-4741. Saltwater or freshwater. He got your needs. He's making rods, and they are pretty beefy and stouty. I tell you, they are. They do. They look good, man.
Yeah, we'll do some video on the big stouty and some of my
make that a
channel.
separate, straight to the point on that.
Yeah, we're gonna go straight to those.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But I'm gonna sign off and see y'all later.
Right there, Water Tower, West Terre Haute, Wabashiki. Big Bug.